Hello and welcome to day number 37 of Blueprints. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for joining me. Yesterday was pretty eventful. If you missed it, feel free to go check it out. Blueprints playlist should show up in the top right hand corner there. It's currently in like real life, it's like kind of late and I probably should go to bed. I don't know. I just wanted to do one day, one measly day of Blueprints. Yeah, give me a tool shed, whatever. Give me a metal detector, give me a watering can, and we're just gonna, whatever happens, happens today, you know what I mean? I'm kind of glad that, in fact, that our outer room wasn't a schoolhouse, because then I would have felt, obligated to, like, lock in and, like... So the thing about yesterday is I had this plan, right? This genius plan to save all of my gems because we had a hovel day. So instead of spending gems, I was spending steps to draft special rooms. The gems are in the only true box. Well, of course. So this is true. The gems are in the only true box. Always. Well, hang on. No, two boxes can be true. Only one statement is true. The gems are in the blue box. Okay, so if you're true, then the gems are in the blue box. Only one statement is true. If that's the case, then this would be true. So then this would be false. And this would be false. And the gems could not be in the blue box because this would be false. They could not be in the white box because this would be false. And if this is the only true box, then they're not in here. Then by process of elimination, they're in the black box. I don't know. So that's like, that works, but only if this is actually true. The gems are in the blue box. If that is true, the gems are in the only true box. So if they're in the blue box, then they're not in a true box. So you could be false. Only one statement is true. If this is true, then this is false, but then that would leave, if this is true and this is false, then this cannot be true and false at the same time. Does that make sense? Like this cannot be true if this is also true, and this cannot be false if this is the only thing that is true. So then the gems cannot be in the blue box. What did I say earlier? They're in the black box? I think they're in the black box. I'm just going to rip it. And I think I'm right. Phew. Okay. We take those. All right. What else do you got for me today? Give me hallway. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just try to set up for a good day tomorrow or something. But that's what I was trying to do yesterday is we had a hovel run. And so we had accumulated a whole bunch of gems. And then I finally got to the end of the day and I had the potential to draft the freezer and I got greedy and didn't, and it would have been so good for today, but you know what, we didn't end up getting the schoolhouse anyway, so no harm no foul, I guess. If we did start today with the schoolhouse after not ending yesterday with the freezer, I would have been even more disappointed, but that did not end up being the case, so that's fine. Security here is good. Anything over here? No. Okay, so we're gonna do the typical keycard thing. Something I didn't realize is that if we start the day by like finding security, and then we can log into the network. I think we can potentially connect. We have remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA, and one offline terminal may be accessed using the Black Bridge protocol. So I think I can access the laboratory. You may only connect to one offline terminal each day. Yes. So I can use the Black Bridge protocol. Maybe only because we have unlocked the Black Bridge Grotto. I'm not sure. But we can do this. And now, without having drafted the laboratory, we can access the terminal and we can start an experiment, which is really good. Each time you find trash, okay, gain a star, gain a key, a gem, or a dice, set your steps to 40. In the most recent patch, they changed this. This outcome used to be, or this effect, used to be a key, a gem, or a coin selected randomly, and they probably decided the coin was not nearly as valuable as a key or a gem. A dice feels pretty equally valuable. So I think this is good. Gain a star, set your steps to 40. I think I'm down to just do this, and then each time we find some trash while digging, sure. I'm sure as long as we find a shovel, that'll happen a handful of times. And then that'll give some upside to finding trash. We just gotta get a shovel. That's fine. We have the watering can, so we're incentivized to get green rooms. So that's fine. So Rumpus Room, we have seen every Alzara cutscene so far. Give me the courtyard. Give me a gem. No shovel, no sledgehammer. That's fine. If we keep trying to go north, they gave us the workshop. Okay. Right, and we have the blessing of the Tinkerer as well. So every time we draft a mechanical room, we will trigger an experiment. So it's great that we got an experiment running from the beginning using security for the sake of that, because I forgot about that blessing. There's the sledgehammer. Excellent. Okay. Is there anything else in this room? Couple of coins. That's fine. I don't think we can make anything currently. No, that's okay. Can you combine the watering can? No, that's fine. I would like to make the power hammer again. And then there's something else. And it might even be the metal detector and then something else that I think I'm forgetting. Let's just keep seeing if we can go north. Yeah, I'll take the hallway here. Can we keep going along this east wing? Indoor nursery, or just east wing hall. Keep going north. Or we could get a locksmith and buy a lot of keys probably, because we have $70. That's probably more responsible for the sake of like the longevity of the day. Lockpick kit is great to see. Special key. This could be cool. Prism key. Okay, sure. And then that should be enough keys. I think we should be good. 7 keys feels like plenty. So that we're in a hallway. Give me the prism key. And give me the Great Hall. I have an idea. I have an idea for something that we can do today. Ferb? Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. We're burning through keys. Okay, bummer. cloister here, sure. I don't mind that. And then... is it this one? It's probably this one. Excellent. Okay. We can likely enter the antechamber from here, as long as I don't fuck up. Spare green room. Should I keep going? We just got another gem. Excellent. That's a bummer. That's definitely a bummer. Okay. We... Okay. We don't currently have a way to deal with security doors, so I guess we'll go utility closet here. We can still get into the antechamber. So that's fine. So you can go south. It's a little less of a priority, I think, but you can. I don't have the shovel, right? I forgot. I don't have the shovel. My bad. That's fine. Okay, so for the sake of allowance, we want to see shops. Okay. I'm down. Excellent. And then you sell the shovel. Also excellent. And the magnifying glass. Okay. I'll buy a set of gems. And then I think I'll bounce. I have $18. We'll just buy out the rest of the gems, I think, for safety. Excellent. Okay, there's the whole commissary. So, let me go back to the workshop. I want to see if I can make something. I think I discovered this for the first time. I was doing day 1 attempts. Is this it? Metal detector plus magnifying glass? Lets you make the burning glass, which we have never made before on this profile. But I was doing day 1 attempts and I encountered this. Ooh. We don't have the tomb today, but we do have the chapel. Oh yeah, and I can dig. Pebbles, but that's also garbage. So that's good because of our experiment. So now basically anytime we dig, it's just a good thing. So that's fine. Okay. We have... What does this do? This lifts piggy bank? Huh? The keeper of tithes. The chapel's resident guardian tasked with the sacred duty of keeping the money accumulated from chapel offerings. Break the keeper, not yet. Every single time that we donated money, this is where it went? Into this piggy bank? No way. Okay. I don't want to break it unless we have a reason. I think... Oh, dude. Okay. So actually, all the time that we've had the piety of the bishop has been nerfing this. So okay, I will... We can get rid of the piety of the bishop then and feel less bad about it now. And... Okay. And I guess I'll keep an eye out for other candles that we can break. I learned something else, right? We have the sledgehammer. I learned something else about this game. If I go back to the entrance. We have the sledgehammer. We can break open... Oh my god. Do they both have a microchip? Did you not have anything? Did I just break you for no reason? We got another microchip. Okay. So I learned... I was hanging out with a friend of mine, watching them play, and they got the library, and they were reading a new clue, and they were like, how much time have you spent looking at a new clue? And I was like, I don't know, I feel like a good amount of time. I figured out like the signs and stuff, and I feel like that's like a message. And they were like, uh-huh. And then they got to this page of the detective with the floor plans, and in the square where the entrance hall is, there's a sledgehammer and a vase. And they were like, do you see anything on this page? And I was like, well, there's a sledgehammer and a vase, or there's a hammer and a vase. And they were like, yeah, and what square of the floor plan is that in? And I was like, the entrance. And I had like a brain blast, the entrance hall. So that that clued me into this. I don't know that I ever would have ever guessed, but we got a microchip. So let's go plug that in, I guess, since we're here. We have a lot more house to build, of course, but here's microchip number 2. Excellent. Okay, so we just need one more. And then I think this door will open, which is exciting. And then I got a comment, actually, on the most recent day. I don't have the admin key for this. And a friend of mine also gave me a hint. Oh, they were like, pay attention to stuff in red rooms. And I was like, I feel like I've already seen everything in red rooms. And they were like, evidently you haven't. So, okay, need something else, I think, for admin key for that. But anyway, and then, yeah, I got a comment just telling me to maybe spend some more time in here. So there's this 100 or IOO maybe, and there's some monitors and some flashing lights and stuff, and this is turned off, and there's the door, and I assume again this opens as long as we get the 3 microchips, and I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do in here. I don't know if there's anything like on the floor or what. So genuinely, maybe this opens? This could open. Perhaps. But I don't feel... Nothing is coming to me as I look around and stuff. But we got another microchip at least, so that's something, I suppose. But yeah, as far with this, I have no idea. Blackbridge, Horace, admin not found. Herbert, Sinclair, Ann Babbage. No. Cinca. No, I mean the password for the computers in the house is Swan Song, so like it might be another thing along those lines. I have no idea. But yeah, we got a microchip at least, so that's good. Okay, back into the house. We have a lot more to draft. We can go, we have a few different ways that we can go. I would like to enter the antechamber today. If we can potentially make that happen. So how can we make that happen? Greenhouse and broken lever or secret garden? Maybe also mechanarium. Anyway, we can go north here for showroom. I don't really have any money anymore. I think I just want some dice probably. We're pretty good on like most other resources. It's really just like dice could save us. Or even like the study to reroll with gems could be big. So yeah, let's like fill in the rest of the house and farm along the way. The foyer here is good. Getting it after Great Hall feels a little bad, but what are you gonna do, I guess? And then probably kitchen just for a little bit more food. Because also fill up our watering can. That's big. Bacon and eggs adds morning room. Excellent. I don't have any money. I'm broke. We'll come back for that. Hey, remember when I said I was broke? I take it back. So what happens if you're out of Alzara cutscenes? It won't even let you insert a coin. Alzara is just dead for the rest of my game. That's kind of sad. I miss Alzara and his crazy movies. Okay, let me go buy the bacon and eggs. Great. We'll keep on keeping on. What would I want from Secret Passage, potentially? Probably a green room, huh? Probably a green room from this guy. Would be pretty cool. So you're likely locked, right? No, not guaranteed. Okay. I think veranda or patio spreads gems. Veranda gives us a better chance of finding items. Let's go veranda. And then we can just keep going north along the west wing. There's a trunk as well. That's great. Would love to find secret garden key. Secret garden key would go crazy. Wow. You don't say. I didn't know that you could even be in a trunk. That's crazy. I would like to use my watering can. It's not letting me because I dug first. Oh, I should have secret gardened. Here. My bad. That's fine. We go reading nook. And then I'll leave and I'll go back and I'll watering can for a gem. And then we get another trunk for some money. Cool. Okay, and then you're going to have library probably. Well, you have library guaranteed. Do I want to take library? I don't. I want to take boiler room here. I want to take boiler room because I want to open the red door again downstairs. That's like all I care to do here is just a little bit, hang on, of this action. Rock, but that actually works out to be good for us. And then that's a dead end anyway, so we can just go this way. That's nice. Oh shit. I should have drafted from the cloister, but that's fine. I want to go back to the west wing anyway for secret garden. Ooh, but I need this to go right. So I will redraw here. West wing hall is great. Okay, and then if this could be locked... pool? Sure. And then if north of pool could be locked, that would be nice. Thank you so much. Excellent. Okay. And then we get the watering can again. And cool. So now we can open both the east and west side of the antechamber. Just really got to get into the west side, I think. And we have some dice. So I like my odds. Open the east. And then... Oh, I already did that. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. In the great hall. Yes. How could I forget? So here's the thing. If I can make this happen, we still have the potential to enter room 46 within an hour, which is an achievement. And if we can do it today, then it's something I never have to like worry about going forward, which would be nice to just kind of have that one done. And then that's another trophy, because we need 8 in order to be able to purchase the blue tents from the gift shop. And I saw today, again, I was watching my friend play, I saw how much the blue tents cost. I'm not going to tell you, because we'll get there eventually, but not cheap. That's for sure. There's a broken lever. Excellent. Okay. That could potentially give us the power hammer. We just need the battery. Okay, excellent. All right, let's go. Can you let me go? Yeah. Give me aquarium. Give me aquarium for sure. And then we get another gem. Very nice. We get a couple of keys. Actually, a couple of keys from here. Okay, cool. So then I would like you... We have 3 dice. I would like you to go to the right, please. Dovecoat literally does that for us. Exquisite. No re-rolling required. W Dovecoat. We have so many resources. It's unreal. Feels good. Okay, so now that we have access to everything, we don't need the basement key. So like coming in here right now doesn't really make sense. Did I ever make the dining hall? I also have not yet connected to the foundation. And I'm running out of ways to do that. Probably best bet, just attach from the courtyard, I think. This is a weird looking house that I've made today. Secret Garden would have spread fruit as well through the house. Okay. Well, let's see what this is. We have more than 2 green rooms. I think Clock Tower, tomorrow you'll start with 1 key for every tomorrow room you have. That's kind of cool. We have a handful of tomorrow rooms, so we could start tomorrow with a couple of keys at the beginning. We could passageway here, but like for why? We can go north of Cloister still, and I want to do that to try to get a shop. If I can help it. Yeah, you have the most utility, frankly. And then, I don't know if I need to go in there in order for that to, like, happen. Start with 1 key for each tomorrow room you draft today. So, yeah, I don't think we need to go in there. Steps, really, at this point, are what I'm after. We can buy some more food here. Club sandwich. Probably all of the bananas. Just to be safe. And then We can refill the watering can again. Kind of crazy. Goated watering can. Are any of you king? Oh yeah, there was fruit spread through the house. Lord, Baron, Major. No kings. Okay. All right, that's fine. And then, I mean, I can see if we go through the boudoir here, if we can. Weight room would kind of eat all of the steps that we just painstakingly got, but I would be very interested, I think, in this room if I had the battery pack, but that might not be a today thing. Yeah, just give me the indoor nursery, I guess. It does not give us any items, but it does let us get another gem, at least with the watering can. That's something. Okay, so we can go. We've kind of two options. The first thing I'm going to try, I can't believe this. The first thing I'm going to try is just see if we can't connect directly from the courtyard here. If you can just go straight, and you can. Excellent. Okay, so I think we have enough time that we can do this in under an hour. That's a security door even on the other side there. Successful experiment. Yeah, this is kind of a cool experiment given how much garbage you find through the day. So this, we have this, right? Yeah, this can be whatever. Drawing room, we can redraw. Okay, cool. We'll do that later. Let me go down. Because again, we want to enter room 46 within an hour. So I should probably stop dilly-dallying. And I assume if we do it successfully, the trophy should be in room 46 waiting for us. Okay, that's already set up. Ooh, but while we're down here, I feel like I have time to do the thing that I want to do now that this red door is open again. I want to try, there's a padlock that I want to try something on. All right, let me in. And then hold right click to skip because time is of the essence. Even though I'm going to take a detour here. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, and then this might not already be turned the way I need it to be turned. It is not. I want to go over there. Uno momento, por favor. Okay. I'm like 99% sure that was enough spins. Like 1% doubt. This is such a trek. So we went in that room already. None of the rest of these are actually open. It's just this one and then this one. So there's a padlock here. Do you have the letter O? B? You literally don't have the letter O? Brlptewums. Okay. This is... Okay, well, my guess was Oris. But... Okay. It's not Oris. Because the first one doesn't even have the letter O. Oh, this is like Oris backwards? No, and like the letter, or not the letter, the number 8, like that has to be in there. There's a gem, there's another red envelope, there's a floor plan, there's a foreman's thingy, it's all like Arindia. Okay, well, we'll try something else on that padlock at a later date, because Oris was like my best guess. It's got to be like a 4 character, and it could be something that ends in 8. Maybe, anyway. Let's head back. Let's enter room 46. And then something else we can do is once we get the blue crown, we can try to delete the archives. Is something else that might be a puzzle of some kind. I'm not sure. But it's worth a shot if we can do it. So let's go get the blue crown. Otherwise, for the rest of this day, I mean, with the amount of resources we have, potentially redeeming myself and ending with the freezer could be pretty sick. If we can make that happen. So, yeah, let me just go back up to 46, and I'll try not to draft anymore, actually. Because now, whatever available rooms we have left, I kind of want to, like, wait and see if I was going this way even, like, worth it? No. I have to go back this way. Ooh, which is a lot of steps. A lot of steps. Dining room would be cool. There's an orange in here. Steps could be an issue today. Dining room would go crazy. Bought out everything in here, right? Yep. Okay. So we can go straight here for a while. Pool. Want to open those trunks one of these days. Dovecote into 46. And now we get the crown. Do we get the trophy? No? Huh. I'm looking at my recording time and we're under 40 minutes even. Unless I'm missing something. 1:30, 1:30, uh-huh. Clock tower, I guess? Question mark? What time is it? They don't mean an hour in-game, do they? I wonder if they mean an hour in-game. Okay, what are the rest of the hints? First key we got. Second Loctite in the vault of a bank. So we just gotta get the right safety deposit box key and the vault. That'll happen at some point. Among all the clocks, we did that. Fourth down below beneath all the docks, we did that. Fifth is held by a king on his throne. I have no idea. Sixth in a station, we got that. Seventh is major few draft, we got it. Last is waiting behind the last door of 8. Behind the last door of 8. So I thought that might have been room 8, but I might be wrong. Okay, so now we have the crown. So let's draft east of the antechamber. And I'll just take the... I'm basically just looking to see as many rooms as possible at this point. Sure. Laboratory, sure. It bends the way that we need it to. And we've done this already. Any other items? Battery pack in here would have went crazy. But no battery pack for your boy. That's fine. All right, and then this can be... What special keys do I have? The basement key. Right. Right. Dark room we can remove from today's pool. Sure. And then redraw. And they gave us the freezer. So we could use that. And then we could have 12 gems for the start of the day tomorrow, which would be pretty good if we got a schoolhouse to start. Or we could take master bedroom here. Plus a step for each room in your house. That would let us probably keep drafting today. Schoolhouse tomorrow, or perhaps delete the archives today. I think I'm going to play for delete the archives today. Oh yeah, this is in here now. The giant Darebird plush is on the bed. Okay. So we can't do anything with that, but in a new profile of this game, we can now play in Dare mode, which is fun. We've read this already, I think. Okay, so since we turned the burning glass, oh yeah, candles. Candles. Keep an eye out for candles. Oh, there's dice. Huge. That's great. Yeah, any candles that we could light ablaze. God, the swords in here are so cool. King's Throne? King's Throne. One of the Sanctum Key hints. I still don't really know. Let me read it again. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. Held by a king on his throne. So... And we've read this already. Could be like a chess piece king. Let's head back this way. So we can draft north of the secret garden here for whatever this wants to be pump room. Oh, mail room. Yeah. We have some letters waiting for us. This is very exciting. Key card, sure. Pourquoi pas? Oh my god, we have so many letters, dude. Okay, we've only read this one so far. From Randolph. Now, here's a bummer. I already fused my magnifying glass, so we can't use the magnifying glass on any of these stamps, but that's fine. Hey Simon, it's Randolph again. In my last letter I mentioned the terminal network, but it completely slipped my mind to give you the network password so that you can log into it. Even with all off-site connections disabled, you should still be able to use the local network to access different house-based functions from any terminal regardless of where it is located on the estate, which you will likely find very useful. The network password is Swan Song. Happy hunting, Randolph. So even if you don't figure it out yourself with the magnifying glass or whatever, the game does eventually just tell you the password, which is nice. And then, is there no stamp on that, as far as I can tell? Okay, that's this one. Oh, okay, this one has a stamp. That's a camel. Simon, not sure if you paid too much attention to the machine in the booth in the lab, but I figured I could save you some frustration if you've been fooling around with it. This contraption is the central control for power lines that run externally from the house. In the past, we've served as an emergency power source for the local community, so we have modest hydroelectric capabilities with a steam turbine. If you want to use it, you'll need to first turn on the turbine in the boiler room and utilize our steam ducts to connect the turbine to the lab. This isn't required, of course, but I can't think of any reason in which you'd have to use the boiler to reach room 46, but feel free to play around with it should you feel inclined to experiment. 3 up after 9, and we did that one already from the puzzle that's in the laboratory room, but that's very nice. And then there's a stamp here for camel. No, that's turtleback. That's turtleback. I think for Mora Jai. I wish I had my magnifying glass to see this stamp better, but that's turtleback, not camel. Turtleback stamp. So the stamps in here are so valuable. This is another one. Naval ship. It's blue. It's blue? Number 4. I can't read that. Simon, in case it's useful to you, here's a rough diagram of the steam duct system. Due to the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we ended up building the duct system to be quite flexible, and if you look along the ceiling in many rooms, you'll find many of them have been outfitted with steam ducts. As long as you align these rooms together in an uninterrupted string, power can be transferred from room to room, even if the boiler room and its intended destination are on opposite sides of the house. Boiler room, pump room, laundry room, garage, lab, boiler room in the middle. And then, yeah, there's a new stamp. Man, I really wish I actually had the magnifying glass for these stamps. Simon, let me know if I'm writing you too much. I've never been too good at gauging where the line of impropriety is, and for all I know, maybe the help I'm offering you with these letters is unwanted. Maybe you're perfectly fine without my help. It's been a bit a moral quandary for me as I've written these, as I am fairly certain your uncle didn't want us to assist you on your quest. Still, if it was that important, I have to believe he'd have the foresight to specifically instruct us not to interfere. Nothing ever deterred him from that level of supervision in the past, and after working alongside him for over a decade, I like to at least imagine that we were friends and that I knew him well. In conclusion, I think he would have found the level of help I have offered well within the acceptable range. I haven't spoken too much about him since his departure, and I know you didn't know him that well, but as soon as you're ready, I'm going to have plenty of stories to tell. He was a fearless businessman with the greatest respect for invention. Of all the laboratories I've worked in, I can tell you Mount Holly was a gem. I'm hoping that we can continue that work once you've taken up the reins. I won't get ahead of myself. You still have to find the 46th room. Randolph. Randolph, I got good news for you. I did. Dear Simon, after giving it some thought, I've decided I'm going to continue helping you. I also had just a small chat with the probate lawyer. He assures me there's nothing in the Baron's instructions that would preclude me from offering you my modest assistance. So let me tell you what I know. About a week before Sinclair died, something rather curious happened. A few lab assistants were called by Mrs. Babbage, the house manager, to remove several floor plans from Sinclair's drafting studio. Typically, all of the unused floor plans are kept there. I've never heard of them being moved to another location, nor would I presume to guess the reason for such an action. I'm not sure which floor plans were removed or where they were moved to, save one, which I was instructed to remove myself. Assuming it was not moved again after I hit it, you should be able to find it in the observatory, hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope therein. If there is a reason behind the removal of these floor plans from the drafting studio, hopefully this will serve as the first illuminating step toward finding out why. The observatory hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope within. Do we have observatory today? No. Okay. But if I have the opportunity, we take it. Okay, noted. What was it? It was not... you should be able to find it in the observatory hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope therein? What? That's a Raja. We did a Raja already. Simon, I'm going to assume at this point you've likely reached the upper ranks of the house and run into our keycard security doors. These are actually a fairly new addition to the house that were designed by Kirk Darren and myself and were installed after an unfortunate incident 2 years ago. Some of your uncle's correspondence was stolen by a member of the staff who had somehow managed to reach a room that they should not have been able to find. We're still not 100% sure how he got past the antechamber seals, but it was clear after that episode that not every member of the staff should have unchecked access to the higher ranks of the estate. It's important to note here that in my own experience, I have found every other member of the staff to be extremely trustworthy and unwavering in their loyalty to your uncle. After that incident, we decided to err against our own confidences and opted to install a state-of-the-art security system, issuing keycards to only the most trusted members of the senior staff. If you find the security doors become an annoyance while you're attempting to navigate the house, you should be able to lower their frequency from the security terminal, and there's even a nifty trick to unlock them by utilizing the utility closet in conjunction with the security settings. Commonplace, standard, unusual, and rare denote the rarity of the room. Okay. With the Araja stamp, that's fine. 2 more. These are the blue flames, okay? Simon, following up on the map I created outlining the steam-powered duct system, I thought it would be helpful to provide you with a corresponding map for gas power, which is an outdated system that currently is only utilized outside the house in locations, on the grounds. Apple Orchard, Schoolhouse, Gemstone Cavern, and Hovel. Hope this helps. Randolph. It does indeed. And then this has this stamp for nuance as well with the blimp. Okay. And then last but not least. Holy shit. This is huge. Simon, just in case it wasn't explicit in the emails, I decided to contact DC Power directly and get some additional usage instructions for the VIC system they installed. This information is actually as much for me as it is for you, so I often spend 10 minutes in the utility closet just pressing random buttons till coming up with the desired result, but I rarely understand exactly how it is I get there. After half an hour on hold, I finally got to speak with the technician who personally designed the system and compiled a list of helpful operating instructions. I'll add that material on a separate sheet I'll include with this letter. As always, hope this helps. Randolph. Randolph, this is the ticket, my friend. If 5 out of 6 of the indicator lights are all the same color, pressing the 6th indicator will always sync it up to the other 5. If all 6 lights are green, pressing any of them will result in the appearance of a blue indicator. If all 6 lights are purple, pressing any of them will result in the appearance of a white indicator. Pressing a blue indicator will turn it off and flip both its neighbors to blue unless one of those neighbors is red. Damn it, Randolph, I thought these were going to be codes. Unless these are codes. Or this is all just tutorial. Or maybe one of these is a code for something. Because we already unlocked the Gemstone Cavern with this. So never mind, maybe? Unless, like, maybe this bottom one is actually something. Maybe any of these is something. Making all of them purple and then the 4th one white could be something. Okay, and then the stamp. There's no stamp. All right. We got a stamp for Nuance, Araja. Blue. That might be Morajai. Just the letters that are there. I think that might be Morajai. That Turtleback is something. I thought Turtleback might be Morajai, but I could be wrong. Turtleback might, maybe it's, what if it's like Heat, Turtleback, and Orange? Arch Aries we've done. Okay. All right. I wonder how long the letters keep. Like, I wonder if they just go to the end of the desk here. And we've still got many, many more letters to go. I would hope so, because none of them really, other than actually, yeah, the observatory, the telescope in the oh my god, in the observatory is big. Okay, all right. So we want to see archives to delete it. We also want to see the observatory show up. Okay, so let's go north of the cloister. And in an effort to continue north, just for maximum drafting, this is the wrong direction. This is the right direction. Oh yeah. Observatory or oh my god, yeah, I have to go all the way around. Damn, yeah. This house layout is terrible for steps. So actually, okay, I'm gonna go west of security first. I think we'll have enough steps. It might be close. We'll see. West of security. Furnace. Furnace makes red rooms more likely. Or I could just remove it. Or I can make red rooms more likely. I think that's probably the move, is to make red rooms more likely. And then we can dig for fun. For some money. Okay. And then, yeah, south of Foundation. I can remove the lost and found to make archives more likely, and then this is also a free reroll. I will take the lavatory, also to remove it, and keep going. Did I not take? Whatever. Archives. Oh! But it gave me maid chamber to remove. They're in the wrong order. That sucks. Okay. Gymnasium. What if I redraw? They give me the weight room. Lose half my steps. Well, I don't want to lose half my steps, because I think I need all the steps I can get in order to fill in the rest of the house here. So let's just go locker room? Question mark? No, let's, what do I want to do? Let's just go. I would like to take the weight room. I just don't want to run out of steps. And yeah. I'll go locker room. Now we could use our keys in the locker room. Not all of them, but like we can use a few of them. Some more gems. So now I like the some more money. Freezer showing up still would be pretty cool. The shoes? Shoes are pretty cool. Okay. We've opened that before, or we've looked at that before. That might, is that always in the same? Oh man. Some more money. I think I can buy some more keys from the locksmith. To be honest, Apple's great to see. Nothing. Some more money. It's our last key. Some more gems, even. Okay, and then that's all she wrote. Okay, that's fine. So now we can go back. No power hammer today, which is fine. We can make that happen another day. Granted, since we're passing through, anything else I can potentially make? Shovel plus broken lever plus a battery pack, of course. Lockpick. No. Shoes? What can the shoes combine with? What can the key card combine with? I have no idea. Okay. We can buy more keys. That is should be enough. I made the foyer, so these are free anyway at this point. Okay, whatever you want to be. Observatory. Observatory is big. We want observatory. Okay. The fixed stars. Uh-huh. He said in the telescope? Oh my god. I need to lower it? I need to lower it. What if I put it like right here? One more? And then lower it? Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Planetarium. Whoa. If you call it a day in planetarium, gain 2 stars. And then there's gotta be some other shit in there. Sick. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, and then go up. I just put you back. Right, I think go up twice. And then spin you back. Do you go above that? I think you go above that. Yeah. Cool, and then we can look through this for... Okay. Even more gems. I mean, dude, freezer? Freezer could be kind of sick. Not gonna lie. Anyway, okay. Commissary, I'm pretty sure we bought out. I guess it doesn't really matter which way we go through. Banana? It did matter because commissary had a banana. We can dig some more. Okay, so from the cloister here, if we do a shop, we get allowance. If we do, if we see archives, we can delete it. Remove gymnasium, and then reroll, and then gimme. Could just take the vestibule here. So then at the end, I think I want to save all of my rerolls for a freezer. So yeah, just give me the vestibule. And that costs 2, but whatever. Remove the archives. Okay, we did that. Did we achieve anything by doing that? By deleting the archives? Like, what if I go back to security and look? Does that do anything? Okay, reroll. Freezer. Freezer. Freezer? Freezer? Ooh, I could coat check the burning glass. I feel like burning glass wouldn't be too hard to make again for what it's worth. You can coat check the crown probably. Give me the freezer, please. Feels bad. Give me the... Do I want to do anything with the pump room? We only have a few steps left on the day. Yeah, okay. I should have taken code check probably. That's a bummer. Prism key. And then just a key. Okay. Where do we want to go then to end our day? Or what else do I want to do? Again, we have limited steps. I don't think there were any other like candles. I wasn't really paying attention to candles. I gotta be honest. I know that there's candles in like the tomb, and there's candles in the chapel. Oh, and then there's that room on the other side of the foundation. Yeah. Okay, so but the tomb would lead to that anyway. So tomb would do both that and that other room, which would be big. We just got to make the... Maybe co-checking burning glass might have been better for the future. Okay. Well, all things considered, I think that was a pretty good day. We read a bunch of mail in the mailroom. I would like to basically get back in there with a working magnifying glass to get a better look at the stamps. Oh yeah, do I have enough? Right. Do I have enough steps to go back to security? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I do. I do have enough steps. Wait. CXET? I think I tried that on the padlock on the padlock already. CXET. In fact, that might have been the very first thing that I tried. Okay. If we go to security, I deleted it. I guess I didn't get the trophy or whatever, even though I thought I entered room 46 under an hour, but maybe it's an in-game hour. I don't know. Anyway, the archives are still there. I don't know, man. I keep thinking I have a decent sense or like a pretty good idea of like what to do. Evidently no. A banana? This is good to know about though. Hallway. There isn't like a trophy in the lobby that I need to click on. No, we smashed these vases today too. We got a microchip. Yeah. Reach room 46 in under an hour. That might be an in-game hour, to tell you the truth. That might be an in-game hour. Because if a day is an in-game day, this might be an in-game hour. So I would have to go pretty fast. Because honestly, this one seemed a little too easy. If I had to speak my truth. Yeah. Enter 46 in under an hour. That's tricky. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. Leave a like if you liked. Let me know down below in the comments. I guess, you know what? If you're a knower for that achievement, for the speed achievement, if it is a real hour or an in-game hour, if you could let me know, that would be great. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I started this late and it is now even later, and I played for a while. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed, but thanks again for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.